Live on Instagram.
What is going on, y'all? We're live on YouTube and Facebook. We're live on Instagram. I'm wearing a hat, so I've got crazy hat hair, in case you couldn't tell. Roger's over there snoozing. I'm trying to talk quiet. This is my quiet voice.
Robert does not have a quiet voice.
Yeah, I do not have a quiet voice. But we're going to start off the conversation with a little topic of organ meats and how we personally prepare them. A lot of people think offal tastes awful. See what I did? And it does definitely have a pretty acute taste. Like you either like it or you don't. It's a lot of times it's an acquired taste. Like the first time I tried coffee, I didn't really like coffee. Now I love coffee. I'm just not drinking it right now.
Yeah, I always loved it.
Probably the same concept with organ meats. And some organ meats I just don't like at all. Like I'm not a fan of kidneys. Kidneys to me taste like urine, and I'm not a fan of the taste of urine. So I don't like kidneys. However,
I've tried kidney only once, I think, and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, you're not a fan of the taste of urine either.
No.
But there are certainly ways that you can minimize that flavor, and there are certain ways that you can bring out flavor to make the organ meats taste good. So one foolproof way, Danny Vay is a big fan of this too, and we've been doing this pretty much ever since, is we'll just simply get like some bacon, some venison, some ground beef, and then whatever organ meats we want, whether it's liver, kidney, spleen, pancreas, whatever, and we'll just grind it all together. And as long as you got a good ratio of the other things that blend in with the organ meats, you can't even taste the organ meats.
No, I will say I have to put mine through the grinder twice. Robert can do it once, but you can still see the liver and stuff in it. So if you grind it twice, you cannot see it. It's all blended super well.
Yeah, so simply grinding it all together is an easy way. It's a foolproof way. You can make burger patties with that. Now, organ meats, they're pretty lean. Like there's some are fatty, but for the most part, it's pretty lean. So like if you're making a organ meat burger and you've got venison, which is also very lean, and you're doing a lot of organ meats, like you need some fat to bind it together, hence the bacon. Like if you just simply grind up some bacon strips in there, raw bacon in there, that does really well to bind everything together. So that's really good. I also, with the phone, Bill came out there with us, and he's like a freaking 5-star chef. He made this like sauce reduction with organ meats, and it was absolutely to die for. And it was just simply organ meats and brown butter. I don't know how we did it, but it was nothing fancy of just organ meats and brown butter, but it was absolutely delicious. I think he may have had like a wine reduction there, so maybe there's some wine in there too. But it was absolutely spectacular. So if you do it right, you can certainly make organ meat taste good. If you like the taste of organ, something like liver and onions, every once in a while, I love the taste of liver and onions.
I've never tried? Chicken liver.
Chicken liver's pretty good.
I've always had beef or elk or something, some other kind of liver. We also did a stuffed heart recipe, and it's on our Live Savage YouTube channel. So if you guys want to look at that recipe, I did actually try it, and I did actually like it. The heart is very similar to just like a regular muscle meat.
Same with the tongue.
We did try tongue. We do have a tongue recipe also. That's just a little bit hard to get through. Like you have to like peel it and do all the things. But it's very meaty, like muscle meat. So heart is going to be probably your best bet if you want just an organ to get introduced to. You really can't taste the difference with the heart. So that's a really good one to get started with. I think the most bang for your buck one is probably going to be your liver. Anything else? I mean, all of them are great, but I think the liver is probably most bang for your buck.
Honestly, this is going to sound strange, but testicles taste really good. Like you can cut them in half and then like sear them on a skillet.
I guess I can't
you can
say
have them
no.
with eggs or something. But testicles are honestly super tasty, and you don't really need to try and hide the flavor because they're really good.
Really grosses me out just thinking about it. So like it grosses me out way more than like liver. So I don't know that I'll ever be able to get the balls to try it.
We got like some old school parent jokes going on here. But yeah, you could do that. What else? What else? The tongue is really good too, and it's similar to the heart. It's just like another muscle.
I think they made a shredded meal
Yeah.
out of the tongue.
If you do like the shredded beef tongue, it's like barbecue. It's like pulled
Yeah.
pork almost. Like it's really
If you
good.
go to like a Mexican restaurant, a lot of times they'll have that as an option as well.
Yeah. All right, so that was some of these questions. We're getting a bunch of them.
Greg says, "Hey gang."
What's up, Greg?
This is
Lisa says, I enjoy chicken gizzards, heart, and liver. Liverwurst is pretty good. Rex for inexpensive grinder.
yes. Liverwurst was the first way I was actually able to eat liver.
Yeah.
But inexpensive grinder.
We have a carnivore brand grinder that I got from Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's.
Yeah.
And I think it's a 3/4 horse grinder. I would recommend getting a 3/4 horse grinder. They make smaller ones, but I like to be able to just put whatever I want in there and not have to worry about it.
How much was ours?
I have no idea. If I had to guess, I'd probably say like 200.
I was thinking 300.
Yeah.
So they are a couple $100, but I mean, like a KitchenAid mixer is also about, or is super expensive. So I kind of try to think of it like that. And I've been using our grinder like every other week almost. So if you're putting it to use, it's going to be well worth the dollar. But if for now you cannot afford to do a grinder, you can always put the raw meat in a blender and then ground it up into the skillet. It will ground up pretty much the same. So if for now that could be a good option. Just make sure you're putting in some organs in with your just regular ground meat, whatever you want, lamb, beef, bison, whatever. Just put it in a blender under like a food processor, and it will do the job. It's not as good, but it will do the job.
TM says, hi, what's up? Joe Davis says, sounds so good. It is tasty.
Chicken livers are delicious.
The chicken neck is also good as well as feet.
Oh.
I have not really done chicken neck and feet apart from like broths.
Yeah, I've only put chicken feet in the broth, but I feel like you just can't get very much from it.
A lot of meat.
Yeah.
A lot of meat on chicken feet. Stephanie says, hey, I just wanted to share my yummy treat recipe I made with the new brownie batter brick. So I made brown butter with 8 ounces of unsalted butter. Then I put a brick in it, stirred until melted, and then I put in the ice tray. That sounds delicious,
that does
Stephanie.
sound delicious.
Brown butter is the bomb, y'all. You can make liver pate.
Yeah, that's it. And you can do that in the blender.
Also blend eggs with liver and fry like pancakes.
Interesting.
Yeah, eggs are so freaking versatile. You can do anything with eggs. I never realized tongue is an organ. I love beef tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's technically an organ.
Yeah, it is.
But it's just a muscle.
Yeah.
You know, like I think of it more as a muscle than I do an organ.
I think people in their heads think of it as an organ though. Like to me, eating a tongue is just as hard as eating a liver. It doesn't feel like I'm eating regular muscle meat.
What about brain? Yeah, brain is also definitely organ meats. However, you have to kind of be careful. Like I don't keep the brain from the deer that I kill because of some of the diseases that reside in the brain. And same is true with a lot of the beef cows. Like if we had our own cows or processing all of our own cows, then I probably would be more likely to do that. But you have to really know the source when it comes to getting the brain. Stephanie, hey, that sounds wonderful. Thanks for sharing. It does sound wonderful.
Keto bread mix.
Sweetbreads are good, but same price as steak per pound.
Sweetbreads.
Really, the same price as steak?
Sweetbread?
That's crazy. Look up sweetbreads, baby. I think it's
I feel like it's like
kidney, right? Like
I
around
thought it was
the kidney.
testicles. But I can't remember.
All right, I'm gonna look like an idiot here. Thymus. The thymus is a culinary name for the thymus or pancreas, typically from lamb. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I don't enjoy lamb in the first place, but that would be an interesting one to try for sure.
You are welcome. Brain is good, hard to get in certain states, but super high in cholesterol, i.e. 3,000 milligrams for a few ounces. Yeah.
Wow. That's
brain
crazy.
is like way up there on the, fatty acid profile, the cholesterol profile. There's a lot of benefit to it. I've never really consumed a whole bunch of it, but like I said, where I'm at, the deer population, you have to kind of be careful of consuming brain. There's a bunch of larvae and worms and whatnot that typically reside in some of those brains. So I don't
some of
like
the heads in general.
Yeah, so I don't typically go for a lot of that. We got anything over here on IG?
We don't. That's all it.
We got any questions, y'all, outside of the discussion on organ meats?
Should we talk about what was the topic that I sent you?
I don't remember.
Lamb and pork, and lamb and pork. No, where in the world did it go? There it is.
Lamb and pork and calf tongue are good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but I've never made brown butter before. Seen it lots of YouTube though. So brown butter is super simple. You just take unsalted butter, you put it in a skillet on low heat, and then you stir it continually as it slowly melts. The key is slowly and low heat. If you do it too fast, you're gonna scald it.
My beautiful cousin Katie just jumped on our live over on IG. What's up, girl?
What's up, girl? Sweetbreads, I think, are thymus. Yes. Buy goat brain with eggs. Where do you get your goat brain at? Things you never ask.
Chad and Amber's goats just had her babies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so cute. He
They get their baby brains. No. All right. Brown butter is decadent in coffee. Yeah.
Interesting.
I've been like sauteing everything in brown butter lately. It's thebomb.com. Switch Groceries in the building. What's up, Switch Grocery? How you doing? Do you have any Bell's Brownie Bricks left to Switch Grocery, or are you totally sold out as well? I'm curious. All right, so what else we want to talk about, y'all?
What was that other topic that I sent you?
I don't know. Where's your phone? Where's your phone? My phone's over there.
Oh, shucks. We can buy whole Chivos here in Central California.
What's a Chivo?
Tell me what a Chivo is.
Let's say a Chivo Cookie 1121.
That's Katie.
Cookie. Didn't know that was her username. Salmon head is awesome, very fatty, meaty, and collagen. Yeah, I do like all parts of the fish. I like trout. I like eating the whole trout.
That is the name for goat.
Lisa, yes. What, Chivos?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Huh.
All right, you can get a whole one there.
From an Asian butcher. Yeah, you can really start getting all kinds of cool stuff if you start going to like specialty butchers or like Oriental grocery stores or traditional, Mexican grocery stores. Like a lot more options there than in your typical Walmart for sure. And just make good friends with your butcher. Like if you know your butcher, they'll hook you up.
Okay, let's talk about the flowers that I just got. I thought this was the coolest thing. I got flowers from one of my clients who came to visit. She's like the world's sweetest, but I just got to the warehouse and we got a box. And on the box, it says Urban Stems is the brand. And I was like, what? Stems, flowers? Get it? And it comes in a box. It's a box with like a really nice vase and flowers in there. And it's beautiful. I thought it was so cool. I'd never heard of it before. So if you want to get someone flowers, but you don't know of a flower shop in the area, Urban Stems is a really cool company that I just learned about.
Boom. Deep thoughts by Crystal. KetoCon is coming up. Do you think you may restock the brownie batter keto bricks before or by then? Honestly, probably not. Simply because the lead time on protein is quite a long time. So we would not have the ingredients by then.
It was tap water, but I feel like we should dig into that more.
Yeah. Any thoughts, comments on the Kerrygold Forever chemicals used on their wrapper? Is there something new about Kerrygold? I know Kerrygold was under hot water for quite some time because of their grass-fed butter that was not grass-fed.
I'm wondering if it's aluminum.
But is this a new thing that they're in hot water for? I haven't heard of this.
Is it aluminum wrapping? That might be what it is.
Triple G auto detailing. What's up, man? Is that it's the issue? Aluminum.
Did you see that Switch still has some left? So if you're in Canada, you guys should jump on it because there are some Bell's brownie batter bricks at Switch Grocery. So you guys are in Canada and need some of those or haven't tried them yet, you definitely want to jump on it because I'm sure they won't last long.
Yeah. Anybody that listens to this is tuning in on our live or watching the replay. If you live in Canada, definitely get your bricks from Switch Grocery. Yeah.
We have very few left. Just checked. I only kept 3 for myself. Well, I'm proud of you for only keeping 3. But that's awesome. Yeah, if you're in Canada, it's definitely a great deal for you guys to get it through Switch Grocery. We'll be at KetoCon 2. Can't wait to catch up. Yay!
It'll be
That's so
awesome.
exciting.
Salmon head like 2. Salmon head like 2. What does like 2 mean? Like 2. Crystal doesn't like fish at all, so she has a hard time eating any type of fish. But I love fish. I do.
I have been cooking it for Rigel though, so and I cooked you some the other day.
The salmon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. We have any more or no?
I just put some in my cart on the grocery store for tomorrow.
Nice. All right, we got any other questions, y'all? Any other questions at all? We've got another meeting after this live at 5. So, yep, can't wait for KetoCon.
Yes, us too. Yeah, so KetoCon's in like what?
7 weeks.
Is that what I said? 7 weeks?
Yeah, it's crazy how quick it's
7
coming.
weeks. I think there is 1 more week left for a deal.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was. I can't remember. We did a video.
But we have a coupon code if it still works.
If it still works, it's Savage, right?
Bricks.
It's Bricks?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Bricks. Just kidding.
Bricks.
Bricks, and I think it saves you $50. So if you plan to go to KetoCon and you want a discount, use the code BRICKS if it still works. I'm pretty sure it was sometime in the first week of March that it wasn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Stacy, I just talked about you and your stinking flowers. They're so cute. I haven't got the chance. I just walked in the building. Rigel was asleep. Just walked in the building and opened up my box of flowers. And it was so cute. And I just told everyone about the company because I thought it was so cool.
It is pretty cool. Yikes, better get in touch with Switch Grocery for more brownie keto bread. Yeah, they have them. So if you're in Canada, definitely go get them there.
Switch says, hey, Greg, hope to see you there. You'll definitely see Greg there. What is your take on erythritol headlines? That's an interesting subject. I love it. Thank you for bringing that up, Greg.
Yeah, I have honestly not dove super deep into that because everybody else is talking about it. But from what I gather, it was a study done on 8 participants. So the fact that it was only done on 8 participants in and of itself makes it pretty irrelevant to me.
I think it was more than 8 participants, but I think 8 is the only number.
I think it was only 8 total participants.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
We'll have to look into it because there's some people that I respect that have said that it is a big deal, and there's other people that have said it's not a big deal.
I haven't seen anybody say it's a big deal. Have you seen it's a big deal?
I'll show you.
All right. Well, I'll take a look at it. I haven't honestly read the study.
I mean, it's not like a big deal. It wasn't like the end of the world, but they did say like a lot of like monk fruit and stevia is laced with erythritol, so to try to get a pure blend of it.
Yeah, but what I did see was that it had a very small sample size. So I'll look and see if that's accurate or not.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Maybe we should talk about it like next week or something, because neither one of us have really dove into it. We don't really consume very many sweeteners in the first place, and erythritol is not on our top list. So it's definitely something I'm gonna have to look into.
Oops, should have said salmon head about $2 a pound compared to salmon fillet over $10 a pound.
Wow.
Yeah, big difference. I was super confused at first because I thought crystal meant flowers, like baking flour instead of flowers.
That's hilarious. No, beautiful flowers with a base. Yay for KetoCon, Stacey says. She said, what? Awesome. Sorry, I missed it. Well, I am just so grateful. I think it's so sweet of you, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. I had never seen that before. Greg says, same here. I see differing viewpoints from educated people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have not looked into it, so I don't have an official stance yet.
I can't remember if it was Anthony J. or Mike Mutzel, but one of them just put something out on it, and I didn't get the chance to watch it or to look at it, but I really wanted to see their view on it.
Yeah. What else we got, Joe? Anything else? Barbara Scott says, yippee.
We are getting over the sniffles.
The sniffles.
It's quite annoying.
You still pretty congested?
Yes.
Yeah. Better today or worse today?
Probably about the same.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting better. Don't want to have any sniffles that much.
From Phoenix. What's up?
Phoenix. What's up, man? All right, y'all. What are we gonna talk about next week? Are we talking about water? Or are we gonna talk about erythritol?
I feel like by the time we get to it, everyone will have already heard way too much about erythritol.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's getting inundated with erythritol right now.
Okay, so let's talk about some tap water next week.
Tap water to drink or not to drink.
I'm really hoping that Robert does some some research, and then he is down for getting a water system for our house.
Those are just super expensive.
They are super expensive, but we just
We
need
have
to
a- we
get
have a
a
Berkey.
separate Berkey.
We have a Berkey.
We have a Berkey, but the freaking crew gets it. We
I
don't
know.
even get it at home. Me and Rigel are the ones that are drinking the water at home, and the Berkey is here for everyone else.
It was a small state with people who, admittedly, by the authors, were already quite chronically ill.
Oh,
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah,
interesting.
that is very interesting. Well water is superior. Well water is where it's at. We got to figure out. You got to call and see if we have a well that functions.
I don't think there's a.
You don't think what?
I don't think it doesn't look.
I know, but you got to call and see if like, we need to redig it, if we can go deeper.
I'll
It's all
explain it
well
to you
water.
after.
Did you already call?
Yes, I have, and I looked it up also.
All right, what else we got, y'all? I bought a Berkey because of
We
you.
love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Berkey's the jam.
Rigel's doctor just called us.
All right, we are going to jump on the phone with Rigel's doctor, and we're going to get ready for our second meeting. So it's a shorter live today. Apologies there. But next week, we're going to talk about well water, city water, tap water, what to drink, what not to drink, some of the chemicals in your water. There's actually really good websites where you can Google your zip code to see what the chemical concentration is in your drinking water. And if you do that, be prepared because it's pretty freaking scary what's
It's
in your water.
disgusting what's in your water.
Without further ado, we will catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Love ya.
We did
Adios.
this whole live while Rigel was sleeping.
I know he's conked out.
All right.
All right,
We'll talk to you
ta-ta
guys
for now.
later.